What's up, guys? You know what it is? It's Y Golf TV. This is the second video I'm going to do that I'm going to entitle Advice for Taking Lessons. Now, I made a video a minute ago about how you should feel like you're engaged in learning during your golf lesson, and when you leave, you have a clear idea of either what you're trying to do, what it should feel like, or why you would move a certain way. You should leave every lesson knowing that, as opposed to, here are the 6 things I'm doing wrong, okay? Because focusing on what you're doing, how you're moving incorrectly, or the things that you don't like about your swing, isn't going to help you learn how to move the way you want, okay? So the second piece of advice I would give you if you're going to invest in golf lessons this year, or in the future, or if you want to spend some of your precious time when you're not working learning about golf, is you got to figure out where you're at, what your skill level's at, and then think of learning golf not as acquiring good habits or bad habits, but think of it as acquiring skills. So if I'm new to golf and have no idea conceptually of the difference between, for example, my starting position and then where I want to get to when I'm hitting it, my hitting position, if I don't know what that feels like, if I don't understand why I would do it, and I don't get the results I want, I think the first thing is creating some awareness of that skill. So there's a certain way your body needs to move so that you can go from your starting position to your hitting position and efficiently transfer energy into the ball. And think of that as a skill. Once you understand that, once you're comfortable with that, once you feel like you can move there when you're hitting it, okay, once I feel like I can start here and get into a position where I can hit it solid every time, then if I'm you, I want to know the next movement I'm going to learn, how is it going to build on that? How am I going to build on the skill I've already acquired so that I can speed up the learning process? And on my own time, when I'm practicing, I can connect the dots between what I'm being taught. You know, if one week I'm being taught this is the hitting position, and the next week I'm being taught how to use my legs effectively to create power, I should be able to, on my own, if this is the advice I'd give to you guys, on my own I should be able to start to draw parallels between those two movements and see how there's a synergy between them, as opposed to leave and wonder, why did I learn this thing this day, and the next day I'm learning something that seems like it's counterintuitive or the opposite of what I already understand, okay? Skills in golf should build on top of each other, and there should be a logical flow to the learning process. Just like when you learn math, you learn to add before you learn to divide, before you learn to do fractions. Okay, and hopefully if you're like me, you never have to do fractions ever again. Okay, so think of it like that. If you're an adult, especially, kids are more open-minded. It's not learning good habits or bad habits, it's acquiring skills and then advancing those skills and building on those skills. And that's why we designed Y Golf TV, to speak to people where they're at. There's basic contact for people that are brand new to golf and want to acquire the basic skills needed to play the game. And then there's basic control. How do I hit the ball now that I can hit the ball? How do I curve the ball? How do I hit it up? How do I hit it down? How do I do all that sort of stuff? And then there's dynamic control. How do I max out my swing, my move, so that I can hit it as hard as I can, the most powerful and efficient way that's going to do the least amount of damage to your body in the long run, okay? So please take that piece of advice, roll with it, and if you got any questions, you know where we're at on Twitter, @YGolfTV. Hit us up if you got questions, and good luck.